the big news today was that Brock Purdy made his debut in front of the media. Apparently, he's had a couple of days that we weren't there, but his debut in front of the media. It was funny. You were texting me when I was on the field, and you're like, "I bet you his arm is going to be a lot stronger than people think." And as soon as you said that, he airmailed a deep throw, and I was like, "Well, at least he didn't underthrow it." And the coach was right, and I texted you, and then he did it again later. So I think he was a little amped up, and he even said so. So that was good. The arm strength, he showed a little zip.
Yeah.
On the other hand, he admitted he was rusty, and he was 2 of 9, 2 of 9 in 11 on 11 team drills with a pick 6, which is really bad for
It's underwhelming.
It's not good. But remember, he has a lot of context here. It's his first practice back. 2 of 9 with a pick 6. How do you take the good and the bad from this day?
I take it all in stride because it's day 2 of camp, right? So with day 2 of camp, we want to take in all the information, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we pace this out because this is a marathon, not a sprint. Not even the season, but just the camp process, right? Just going through it. We got a lot more days to go. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that the stats and the numbers and the efficiency, it matters to an extent, but in practice, we don't know what type of reps are being purposely given to the guys to see how they react to things. We don't know what reps are for the defense and what reps are for the offense, how the coaches are setting certain things up. Just the perspective of how I know camp is matriculated from a coaching perspective, right? So and we have 2 quarterbacks coming off injury, right? So, what I am happy about is that he's healthy. No restrictions truly means no restrictions. It seems as though that the strength is back in his arm for what it was. He hasn't, we'll see how he bounces back after what would seem to be a full day. I wouldn't say a heavy day of throwing. And I'm more encouraged to see something good from Brock that he shows us new and to see the consistency play out, right? I'm not really interested in the 8 games that he gave us because that's over. Right. We're not here to fight about who's number 1, who's number 2 anymore. Brock's the guy. So with Brock being the guy, that means that I want to see Brock to be able to show and prove that he's ready to handle what some would say be a 20-plus game season into February. Right. So what that's going to take is consistency. Right. And what that's going to take is go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
What that's going to take is consistency and him making the offense his own, right? We still don't get around that conversation, whoever's at quarterback. The requisite issue after we find our quarterback with this team is the offense, the quarterback not being merely just an appendage or an add-on of what Kyle wants. We need somebody who's going to be able to take us into the deep waters and utilize the offense as his own, as a leader. And that's what we want to see out of Brock, not somebody who finally came back and is going to carry it on. Because guess what? All of the games that Brock won for us, they don't count anymore. They're over.
Here was my feeling when I was watching Brock really struggle today. I did a show with Jesse last night. We were both talking about how you need to be patient with Brock. And I think that's what I was thinking. The Niners are being very impatient. They're saying he's ahead of schedule. He's fine. He's going to be ready. But last year, what Brock's journey was very slow, right? He was there for OTAs. He was there for mini camp.
He was
there for every day of training camp. He got to warm up. He got to be the scout team quarterback. He didn't have to actually start until week 13 or something. He got 4 months of preparation, or more than 4. I mean, he got May, June, August, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months of preparation before he had to actually play. Now he gets a month and a half.
Yeah, off of rehab. And off of playing. Yes, and this is just, the body doesn't, we don't get away from this. Remember, this is the same thing that we talked about with Elijah Mitchell. Remember what we talked about, all of the work that he put in, all of the training that he put in. And then he got put on the team in a late round where he thought that he was presumably going to sit the bench. Then he got thrusted into the team, into the lineup. He played all of the season, and then he got thrusted right back on as the starter because we had injuries. And what happened? His body broke down because he played too much football and he was overtrained, right? So, you know, the biology of this still plays, right? And I want Brock to last. I want to see a rollout plan for him, which I'm glad that they talked about the two practices on, one practice off. We still don't know if he's on a pitch count. We don't know. And honestly, this elbow issue is going to be a living and breathing situation. It's going to ebb and flow and turn. It's not going to be just this linear pursuit of, oh, well, Brock gets 3 days off and then he gets 1 day of rest. And then, you know, everything's good. It's going to be like, no, it's going to be.
He's a little bit more sore than he thought he would be after today. You know, it's interesting. The practice ended at 12:30 and we waited until about almost a quarter to 2 before we actually talked to Brock. And either Brock has become an incredible diva or he was doing treatment for a long time after practice.
So
that's
like,
interesting. Yeah.
This is the, but again, because the season's here, as fans, we got to understand that this possibly could be the new normal, right? This could be the new normal. This might be in the middle of a season where the practices where we need Brock to be practicing, he may need his rest. He may have to sit out a couple of weeks throughout the week and be put on a pitch count to preserve his arm. If this is what we're signing up for, then we just have to be ready for all of the possibilities implied. That's all.
It was just a sobering day. I think a lot of Niner fans felt like Brock Purdy is so special and maybe the next franchise quarterback, and that he was going to just step on the field with no prep and dice up the number one defense. And that really, really, really didn't happen. And I think what we're seeing, like,
I mean, they wanted to
because
be romantic.
We've never seen Brock play poorly. He essentially didn't do anything in training camp last year. He stepped on the field last year, went undefeated, then got hurt. And I think Niner fans are like, he can do no wrong. Like, if you had been there today, you'd be looking at Brock a little sideways. Yeah, it'd be tough. Yeah.
But the thing about it is that it's almost kind of like, you know, it's almost like the woman that you take your time with, you become friends, you get to know each other, you may court, date, meet each other's parents, and then you live off happily ever after, versus the person that you bump into in the club and you're kind of like, oh, you look cute. Oh, you look cute. Let's go on a 2-week bender. Let's spend all day. Do the love of my life. Let's get married. And then once you get time to let the
Are you speaking from experience here? Are you speaking from experience?
I'm not. No. But then it's like, let's get married. And you get a chance to come to your senses, and you're like, oh, well, you kind of look different past 3 a.m. Like,
I just met you. I don't know you at all.
How many times are you gonna wear that outfit? Like, you ain't wearing that same outfit. Like,
that's me though. That's me though. That's me though.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there may have been some Niners fans that kind of had a little bit of post-nut clarity. Like, looking at
wow.
Like, oh.
Okay. Okay. I just realized what I got myself into. Yep.
Yeah, like, And you said he's,
you know what?
Number 1? Did we say he's 1? Yeah, 1. He said he's 1. So
actually, he's just like on the team. He's like Tuesday.
Yeah. So I mean, these are all jokes, of course. You know, it's the first day. You know, Brock deserves our grace because he saved our ass. Pretty much. Let's just call it what it is. Brock deserves our grace because he saved our ass. He came in out of nowhere and he foot the bill for us, and he saved us from being embarrassed, honestly. Yes. And we're playing it off as if we helped Brock get there. No, Brock saved us, right? Yeah. So
great story. But this is chapter 2.
Yes, and I believe that you know, Brock deserves our grace. I want him to come out and do a good job. What I did like in his
real quick though, didn't Trey deserve our grace with his first OTA back from a broken ankle? No one cared. Grant,
shut the hell up. Trey Lance was given his chance. Okay, all right. He's played over 4 games. Okay, you need to shut the hell up about Trey Lance.
Good point.
I don't
want to
hear anything about Trey Lance. As a matter of fact, Sam Darnold It's who we need to be talking about because
The next Steve Young.
Trey Lance is lucky that he has a locker
Correct.
with the 49ers. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just,
yeah.
All right. Don't get me
You're
started.
Right.
Don't
You're
get
right.
me
So
started.
look. Hold on. RWJ all day says Larry's sick. How can you spin a horrible day into a positive? You can call yourself a reporter when you have clear bias. Thank you for being honest, Grant. Well, I think you could look at Brock's day as, hey, man, he's back. He's way ahead of schedule, and he's going against the number one defense, and defenses are always ahead of offenses. So, in the macro, it's a good day. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's how he felt. To me, 2-9 is 2-9. And if you're not ready to play, then get the hell off the field and let Trey play. Or Sam. Sorry. Because you took up hella reps that you didn't seem ready for.
Well,
and this team's playing soon.
I don't know a team where you have 4 quarterbacks on the offense and 75% of your quarterback rooms gets the same amount of reps.
What is that? We're going to talk about that in a minute. Official B&A Music 88 says, glad that Kittle found the strength to practice. Official B&A Music 88 says, coach's story sounds like he a real life RE, the overnight scenario. The overnight scenario.
Rare essence. That's a DC thing. It's a song.
I wouldn't know.
It's a
I wouldn't know.
Phenomenal song.